This event is taking place in the bowels of the Black Castle, right below the feet of the Norific Succubus Queen of the Damned and her demon horde. There is an unspeakable horror occurring. I awoke face down in a pool of fermenting urine. The overpowering stench caused me to projectile vomit so violently that it granted a brief reprieve from the awful stink that permanently stained my ability to smell. My fear is so immense at this point that it is almost tangible. I try to collect myself, figure out where I am, and then try to find a way to get out of here. I built enough courage to scrape myself off the floor and looked around. It looked like some sort of ancient dungeon specifically designed to torture people. This thought was erased as I almost threw up in my mouth when my nose messaged my brain with the pungent odor of blood mixed with fecal matter. My sensory mechanisms were overloading one at a time. My ears start absorbing a faint mumbling coming from a darkened part of this chamber in hell. Unable to stop myself, I am drawn to investigate the sound further. When I get close enough to see what is creating this sound, I come to a dead stop. My sheer fright is replaced with something exponentially elevated that a dictionary could not help to explain. I saw a wooden table with a naked man nailed to it. Both his arms were bent at the elbows at a 90-degree angle, so his shoulders were above his forearms and his hands lay flat on the table, palms down. Each hand had one 9-inch nail driven through it, with the rest of it bursting through the bottom of the table. Each forearm had 2 of these nails driven in. I could not quite make it out, but there seemed to be something under his chin holding his head up so his face could be seen. He continued to mumble incoherently without stopping. It also looked like his eyelids were missing. His waist was bent at the edge of the table, taking his legs straight down to the floor from there. I could see his legs were nailed to the table legs with 3 of those 9-inch nails in each leg. There was a pile of shit, piss, and blood underneath him. I could see dried and fresh blood splattered and trickling from the area of his rectum and down his legs to the floor. All the skin from his feet to his knees looked like it had been ripped off. The initial shock from this unimaginable scene was so apocalyptic to my existence that I failed at first to notice this big, dingy mirror on the wall in front of his face. It had to be placed purposefully in front of him so he could witness his own assault. What the?
Don't mind him, Damien.
An unknown voice boomed from behind me. The voice scared the hell out of me. I fell down and felt a squirt of piss come out. Who's there? How do you know my name? Damien said startlingly. The unknown being released his voice from the darkness again. I like to bring my contracts to my queen's castle from time to time just to change it up, Damien thought to himself. I still didn't know who or what was talking to me. Then the voice partially revealed its dread-inducing face to Damien. I know this is not real. I know I am dreaming. About to wake up. About to wake up, Damien stammered aloud. The entity laughed at Damien's fright and said, So you don't remember the deal we struck, Damien? Damien had no words as his vocal cords were horror-struck. Do you recall that bag of money you conveniently found under your car in the casino parking lot? Damien answered meekly, with a question that seemed to be more directed at himself. What? The abomination continued. But finding the money is not the part that matters. It is what you said after you got home and counted the money. You counted exactly enough to cover the debt hell you put your family through. You spoke, Damien, and I listened. Remember, you said this out loud the night you found the money. I will use this money to pay off all the debt and stop gambling. I will never gamble again. If I don't follow through with this judgment I placed upon myself, I promise my soul to the shackles of hell. Now perhaps you might declare there was slight inebriation mixed in with what you said. But it is of no consequence here, Damien. Your words are binding. As you can see, I am a most generous host. That money was my gift to you so you could help your family in your moment of need. You were presented with a multitude of options in front of you. You could have taken the bag into the casino to see if they would be able to find its owner. You could have taken it to the police. You could have taken it to pay off all your debt. Blah, 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 blah. What did you do with my gift? You chose to take it for yourself. But it is your broken promise that is your gift to me, Damien. The fork in my tongue presented you with a form of salvation. It is not in your nature. You couldn't help yourself, the sloppy degenerate that you are. You convinced yourself. Fortune is truly shining its light upon me, so I know I can take $1,000 and turn it into a cushion for our family. We will be debt-free and have some extra security. Now you are broke again with more debt than before. No worries though. I have taken you under my roof. Now your debt is free of dollars, and I will invent endless atrocities upon your flesh that perpetually pay me in your hollers. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe as this really helps our channel.